At 45 years old, Carlos King, the producer often called the mastermind of reality television, has finally broken his silence about one of the most talked-about couples from Love and Marriage Huntsville, Latisha and Marsau Scott. His words have sent shockwaves through fans, because when Carlos decides to step forward and confirm what has really been happening behind the scenes, people know it's not just rumors anymore. It becomes reality. The drama surrounding Latisha and Marsau has been building for years, with whispers, suspicions, and questions about the strength of their marriage and the truth of their family life. But now, with Carlos speaking out, everything has shifted. What was once just speculation is now being confirmed as real, and the fallout is bigger than anyone expected. For years, the Scotts have worked hard to show themselves as a united couple. They've built businesses together, raised children, and shared their lives in front of cameras. On the outside, they looked like a pair that had everything under control. Latisha was often praised for being a devoted wife and mother, while Marsau was seen as a confident businessman and family man. But behind that polished image, cracks had already started to form. Fans had long noticed moments where Marsau brushed off questions about his behavior and where Latisha seemed to defend him no matter what was being said. Many believed that she was standing strong for her marriage, but others saw it as her refusing to acknowledge the truth. Throughout the early seasons of Love and Marriage Huntsville, rumors of Marsau's behavior outside the marriage were constant. Viewers brought up alleged infidelity, secretive actions, and suspicious comments. Every time the topic came up, Latisha was there to protect her husband. She often argued back, dismissed the accusations, and sometimes even clashed with other cast members for daring to suggest Marsau wasn't being honest. For a long time, fans saw her as the wife who would defend her marriage at all costs. And for Marsau, that loyalty worked in his favor. It allowed him to laugh off the rumors, make jokes, and carry on with his confident persona. But things changed when Latisha herself finally spoke up. In one emotional moment that fans are still replaying, she admitted that Marsau had not been fully transparent with her. She revealed information that hinted at deeper issues behind closed doors, things that went beyond what the public had seen. For years, people had wondered if she knew more than she was letting on, and this moment seemed to confirm it. Latisha was no longer brushing off rumors or protecting the family image. She was finally telling her truth. What made her words powerful was the tone. She wasn't angry in the way reality TV often shows. She wasn't trying to create drama for cameras. Instead, her voice carried exhaustion and pain. It was the sound of someone who had reached a breaking point after years of holding things inside. That is what made fans believe her. They knew this wasn't part of a storyline. It was real emotion, and it showed that even someone as loyal as Latisha could only take so much. The reaction online was explosive. Within hours, social media was flooded with posts, clips, and debates. Fans began dissecting everything Latisha said and comparing it to moments from past seasons. Some pointed to old arguments or comments from Marsau that now seemed suspicious. Others praised Latisha for finally speaking up, saying she had been carrying the weight of protecting her husband for too long. There were also those who criticized her, saying that she had embarrassed her family by exposing private issues in front of millions. But no matter what side people were on, the Scotts had become the center of one of the biggest scandals in the show's history. Marsau's reaction showed just how shaken he was. In that moment on camera, his expression revealed everything. He looked frustrated, shocked, and even betrayed. For years, he had managed to control the narrative, laughing off rumors and dismissing accusations. But this time, it wasn't outsiders attacking him. It was his wife. His first reaction was defensive. He tried to suggest that Latisha was misunderstanding things or exaggerating, but fans weren't convinced. They saw the look in his eyes and knew that Latisha had touched on a truth he didn't want exposed. Behind the scenes, things were even worse. Insiders revealed that Marsau felt blindsided by Latisha's revelation. He accused her of undermining him publicly and weakening their family's image. For a man who often prided himself on control, being exposed by his own wife was a blow he didn't see coming. Latisha, on the other hand, had simply reached the point where silence was no longer an option. Her words came from a place of lived experience, and that made it impossible for fans to dismiss what she said. The fallout didn't stop with the couple. The entire Scott family was dragged into the storm. Siblings, cousins, and even parents suddenly found themselves forced to take sides. Some family members supported Latisha's courage, while others felt she had betrayed the family by speaking out. The divide created tension that spread beyond the marriage and into every aspect of family life. Family gatherings that were once filled with laughter became awkward, with relatives quietly choosing sides and giving silent stares that said more than words ever could. Fans were left stunned when Carlos King himself decided to speak on the matter. Carlos is not just any producer. He is the man who created the show, the one who sees every frame of footage, hears every off-camera conversation, and knows the cast better than anyone else. When Carlos talks, fans listen, because he knows the difference between what is produced for television and what is real. And in this case, Carlos confirmed that what Latisha revealed was not staged, not exaggerated, and not scripted. He said this was real life, and the family was in a true crisis. Carlos's words carried weight. By confirming that Latisha's revelation was raw truth, he blurred the line between reality TV and real life even further. Fans had always debated how much of the show was authentic. Some believed most of it was staged, while others believed the emotions were real even if the situations were heightened. But with Carlos confirming this as reality, fans realized they were watching a marriage unravel in real time. He even admitted that what viewers saw on screen was only a portion of what was happening behind the scenes. According to Carlos, the real situation was deeper, messier, and far more painful than anyone could imagine. That statement left fans shocked. If what they had already seen was enough to cause chaos, what did it mean that the truth behind the cameras was even worse? The speculation grew louder. Some fans wondered if Carlos had known about Marsau's secrets for a long time and chose to stay silent to protect the show. Others thought Carlos was being transparent, finally admitting how serious things were. No matter what people believed, his involvement escalated the situation from a personal issue to a full-blown public scandal. The Scotts' image took a massive hit. For years, they had been seen as one of the stronger couples on the show. Even when rumors swirled, they insisted family came first. But after Latisha's revelation and Carlos's confirmation, that image was shattered. The cracks in their marriage were now visible to everyone, and fans no longer saw them as untouchable. This also affected Marsau's career. As a businessman, his reputation matters. When people question his integrity in his marriage, it spills over into his professional life. In a community like Huntsville, where everyone knows each other, whispers spread quickly. Potential clients and partners began to look at him differently, questioning whether they could trust him in business if his personal life was full of secrets. Fans even took to social media, saying things like, "If he can't be honest at home, how can he be trusted in business?" That kind of public judgment can have real consequences. The pressure on Latisha also grew. Some fans saw her as brave, finally speaking her truth after years of defending her husband. Others accused her of being disloyal, saying she had destroyed her marriage's foundation by exposing private issues. For Latisha, the criticism was painful. She had always tried to protect her family, but now she was being judged for doing the opposite. She found herself caught between wanting honesty and facing the backlash of those who believed she should have stayed silent. The children, though not often shown in detail on the show, were also impacted. Living in a household filled with tension is never easy, and when that tension is being discussed by millions of strangers online, it becomes even harder. Fans worried about the emotional toll the drama might have on them, pointing out that public scandals leave scars not just on marriages, but on entire families. Online, the drama became one of the most talked-about scandals in love and marriage Huntsville's history. Twitter threads, TikTok compilations, and YouTube breakdowns flooded the internet. Memes about Marsau's reaction went viral, while fan theories about what else might be hidden gained traction. Some commentators even went back to earlier seasons, re-watching old episodes and pointing out moments that now looked like red flags. The wider Huntsville community also became part of the conversation. Unlike reality shows set in large cities, Love and Marriage Huntsville is unique because the cast lives in a smaller community where everyone interacts. That means whispers spread quickly. Church events, business meetings, and casual outings all became moments where people quietly speculated about what was really happening in the Scott household. Carlos King hinted that the most dramatic moments of this family breakdown haven't even aired yet. That left fans anxious and curious. If what they had already seen was this intense, what was coming next? Could the Scotts survive it? Could their marriage recover? Or would the pressure finally break them apart for good? These questions became the center of endless debates online. What makes this scandal different from others is that it doesn't just involve rumors or caste arguments. It goes to the heart of a marriage, the foundation of a family, and the image of a couple who had been central to the show since the beginning. Fans who once admired the Scotts for their strength now saw them as vulnerable, fractured, and perhaps even on the edge of collapse. The truth is, this scandal has already reshaped the way people view Latisha and Marsau. It has shown that even couples who seem united can face struggles that break them apart. It has also shown that reality television, while entertaining, comes with very real consequences. The Scotts are now living proof that when secrets come out in public, the damage is not easy to undo.